Welcome back, everybody, to a very impromptu episode of The Final Verdict. I'm John Dodaro. It is just me for this. I've been recording a lot today. This is the last thing I'm about to record. I just did the Invincible review for episodes 1 to 4. I did Daredevil episode 1. And if you listen to the Invincible review, I started talking about this for the first 5 minutes or so. And I decided to give it its own little mini episode because after I recorded one thing, I saw that the Harry Potter trailer, full trailer, already out. And I had no clue this was coming. Like, we've had trailers come out lately, like the Spider-Man trailer, which I really liked, the Doom Part 3 trailer, but those were all expected. Like, I was ready for those. I know I didn't talk about them on the podcast, but this came out of complete nowhere. Like, I didn't think we were getting a full trailer. I didn't even think this was coming out in 2026. I thought this was like 2027 type of thing. But this is coming out in 2026. Christmas. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is coming out in 2026. I believe it's literally called the Philosopher's Stone. Straight up. Yeah, season 1 coming out this quickly. Full trailer out. Philosopher's Stone. 7 seasons, I believe it is. And yeah, this is on our list of things to review at the end of the year. So yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. I'm not going to break down the trailer fully. I probably need to watch it again. But this was a show that there was a lot of noise about this show. Because I think the first thing mainly was like, holy crap, we're getting a TV series only like 15 years after the movie series ended. Like, why are we doing this? And all that. Like, there are a lot of conflicting opinions. Like, do we need a show right now? I'm in the opinion of like, maybe it's too soon to do a show like this. I mean, the movies are still, I wouldn't call the movies fresh, but they're not old. So you're doing a show now. I was a little worried, but then again, when you think about it, like, I don't like the show is not going to be bar for bar exactly what the movie is. The show is going to have more than what the movies had. The movies were not even able to like fully adapt every book. Now, I never read the books, so just letting everybody know that. And I need to really rewatch the movies. I've seen them all, but it's been a while since I've rewatched them. But the movies were not able to adapt everything from the books. But when you do a TV series where each season is literally a book, it's not like each episode is a movie or they're going to try to cram all the books into one season. They are doing one whole season of episodes per book. So everything is going to get to be fleshed out. So when you watch The Philosopher's Stone, like the movie, it's not going to have every single bit from the book, but when you watch the season, it's going to have every single thing from the book, ideally. So in that aspect, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you should be excited for this show because you're going to, one, get to watch everything again that you saw from the movies. Maybe it's even better. Maybe it's worse. Hopefully it's not worse. But you'll get to see all that again. But you'll get to see a whole lot more, too. So you should be excited. I think that does bring up the problem, though, where, like, when this show comes out, when you get to watch clips of certain scenes that happened in the movie and in the show, you're going to get a lot of comparing and contrasting. Like, they will put up identical clips of, like, Harry getting the sorting hat on his head and being chosen for Gryffindor. The scene from the movie is going to be compared to the scene from the book. And people are going to judge which was better. It's going to happen. When we get to the Deathly Hallows and Harry and Voldemort are fighting, we're going to compare the movie to the TV show. It's going to happen. And I think that's going to be for the better or for the worse, depending on the quality of the show. Apparently, they are putting a lot of money, more money than any show ever, into this. This is a long-term investment. This could probably be going on for a decade. So this is a long-term investment for the Harry Potter world. They're putting a lot of money, so I'm expecting the CGI and the budget and everything to look good for the show. So that's what excites me, because you can't do this with a weak budget. You just can't. Like, if everything looks worse or cheaper than what the movies looked like, then like you're screwed. And I have confidence in HBO because, I mean, obviously Game of Thrones exists, but even It Welcome to Derry, it was a prequel show. And honestly, there was some stuff that looked better than the movies. I think there were scares that looked better than movies. Like, that show felt on par with the movies that we got in It Chapter 2. So that, I think, proved that they're able to do it. I think they'll be able to make it look very similar to the movies, or even better. It should look better. Everything should look better and newer. And obviously the cast are going to be compared to the previous versions. Is Harry a better Harry or a worse Harry? It doesn't even matter if they're slightly worse. As long as they're respectable, I think it's completely fine. I wonder if there'll be cameos. Because, like, I watched The Last of Us, and there are cameos from the video game, like the video game actors in The Last of Us. So I wonder if they will bring back original actors to maybe have cameos in different roles. I think that would be a lot of fun. Obviously, some of the actors passed away. Rest in peace to those actors. But, like, God, if we had Daniel Radcliffe or Emma Watson, I don't know if they would ever do it, but like, if we had them playing different characters, I think it would be a lot of fun to do. I always love when that happens in TV. But I'm excited for this, man. I really am, because I love Harry Potter. The world is so great, and I really am just excited to watch this show. Now, obviously, I've been watching the trailer and I've seen a lot of the reactions online. A lot of people are excited, and rightfully so. Then you have people complaining. People complaining is always common. People will always complain for things. I think the valid criticism could just be like, why do we need the show? Like, why do we need it after we already made 8 movies on Harry Potter, bringing the book to life? Like, it's very rare when you, like, you can tell me when, like, tell me if I'm wrong, if, like, a book gets adapted to a movie or a series of movies, and then that movie gets adapted to a TV show, like, consisting of multiple seasons. Like, it does feel like you're milking it out a little bit. Like, it does scream money. Like, hey, we want to make money. We want people to tune into something big, so let's redo Harry Potter again. At least, like, here's the thing. It could have been worse. They could have made the movies again, and that would have been terrible. But at least in the TV show format, you can at least do more with it than what the movies did. So I understand the point where, like, it's not needed. It's a cash grab. I can get that point and what people are saying. I would also say give it a chance. Just give it a chance. And then after season 1, you can determine, like, was this needed? Did we need to redo Harry Potter again? But you might absolutely love it. You might love the additions that they have, and you might be down for every season to come on later. Then there's also the cast. One thing that's really sad, I have to say it. Like, if no one's going to say it, I'll say it. Like, people, like, I'm on Twitter right now. Harry Potter's trending number 1. You could probably guess who's trending number 2 worldwide. Snape. Like, I don't care about casting that much. I feel like, too, like, I feel like when you adapt something and then you adapt it again, I always want the next adaptation to have some differences. Like, this, a good way to put it is Spider-Man. When Tobey Maguire did Spider-Man, and then Andrew Garfield did Spider-Man, I don't want, like, the next Spider-Man adaptation to be exactly the same as Tobey Maguire, but just a different actor. Like, I don't want him to act the same story, same everything. I want something different. I think Andrew Garfield was different, and I think Tom Holland was different than both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I think you want to have something a little different. Now, obviously, It's not the same exact scenario here with all these actors, but still, like I don't want Harry Potter, the actor who's playing Harry Potter, to feel exactly like Daniel Radcliffe's version, or the new Hermione acting exactly like a young Emma Watson. Like, I hope there's some differences in their performances. I wouldn't mind it. Like, I don't mind slight differences because you don't want to watch the same thing again and again and again. Like, I feel like when you adapt something, it doesn't need to be bar for bar, word for word, the exact same thing. You should be able to embrace some differences and maybe some new things. So people that have read the books and watched the movies can experience something a little bit different too. Whether it works better, it works better. If it works worse, it works worse. But I feel like the thing you should not be complaining the most about is the race of somebody. Like, the guy who is playing Snape, um, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name so many times. Papa Essiedu, my only attempt at saying his name. Uh, he has been getting death threats for portraying Snape. Death threats. All because he's playing a character. Like, are we so conflicted about somebody's race at this point? Like, that was the big thing back then, like race swapping characters. Me personally, I don't care. I really don't care at all. If that makes you so mad, like so furious, the race of a character, like, come on. Like, you need to just sit down and think about things. You really do. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. It's not. It's not woke. It's not like the whole woke argument is so 5 years ago. We're in 2026. I'm kind of tired of people getting annoyed with, like, oh, they race swap something, like, we're going to boycott it. Like, it's not a big deal. Now, I would understand the argument if Snape's character acts completely differently. Like, maybe he is nothing like the book version or nothing like the movie version. Like, he acts completely different. Like, he's lost the charm about Snape. Like, if he acts completely different and his story is worse, his character is worse, then sure, you can complain. That is a valid complaint. But if your only complaint about the character is that he was race swapped, and like, you're gonna get your clicks. If you're on Twitter, you're gonna get your clicks by complaining about Snape being a different race. Like, you're gonna get your complaints. It's just sad at this point that this is what we're down to. Like, yes, in the book he was described as someone who had a pale face. But is it such a big deal? Is that the big breaking moment for you, that you're going to be mad at this show? Is that such a big deal? Like, come on. If there could be bigger issues with the show. Maybe the writing is worse. Maybe some scenes don't look good. Maybe certain characters are made worse, and maybe their actions are changed and it's worse. You can complain about that. But if your main complaint is just what somebody looks like, come on. Like, move on. It's not a big deal. I listen to people complain about that kind of stuff forever. And we're in 2026 now. Like, get over it. Like, I hope he does well. I hope the character is really well. I hope the actor does a great job, because, like, Snape's a good character. I always liked Snape. He was always a compelling character. And I'm sure the actor is going to do a good job. I'm sure it's going to be faithful to the books and the movie. And if it is, no one should be complaining. It's not a big deal. Honestly, you have people just complain because it's a popular thing to do, to complain about something being woke or whatever, because you get your views, you get your attention, whatever. People do that just to go trending or whatever. It gets views. It gets views to complain about stuff like that. It does. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. If you think it's a big deal, Like, come on. We're in 2026. I don't have a problem with the actor. I don't have a problem with any of the actors. Some people were trying to bring up Hermione's actor. And, like, that's an even bigger line. You don't bring kids into this. So, like, get over it. If you're going to have any problems with the show, there are different problems you can have. The race of a character or just the look of a character should not be your main concern. It shouldn't be. Let's move on from that, please. Like, come on. Like, I just see the discourse online. I don't want to contribute to it at all. It's not a big deal. It's really not. And I bet you, like, it always happens. There could be something in this show that's just slightly different, and people are going to complain. Like I said, I don't need things to be a direct adaptation of the thing before it. I don't mind little changes. I bet you the actor who was playing Snape, like, he had to pass an audition. He was probably the best actor available who could portray the character faithfully. Like, they have casting directors for a reason. They probably thought he was the best for the role. So, I'm not going to doubt them. Like, they did a search for with like 30,000 kids to play Harry, Ron, and Hermione. They found the top 3. And because this is a long-term investment that will probably span over a decade, I'm sure these actors were the best available for those who auditioned. I'm sure of it. So if I'm going to complain about this show, I'm not complaining about who's casted. I'm not. That's pathetic if you're doing that. So beyond that, I really want to move on from that, though. The trailer looks really good. It does. I mean, I was at most expecting a teaser, just like a 30-second clip, maybe just revealing what Harry Potter looks like. No, we got like everything. We got Hagrid. We got his family, Harry's family, Ron and Hermione on the train, Draco Malfoy, Hogwarts, them in class, Quidditch. We got a little bit of. Like, we got a full scoop of what this show is going to be. And I'm excited. Like, the trailer made me hype. That's why I really want to talk about it. And that's what the energy should be for this show. It shouldn't be dissecting the most irrelevant things about it. This show looks sick. I'm really excited for it. Like, I'm bound now to watch the Harry Potter movies again. Maybe if I were to read anything, it would be the books too. Maybe I'll commit to reading the books of Harry Potter. So I am ready for everything in the show because I think it looks really good. I hope the budget shows because it's got a high budget. So I hope the show keeps that look. I'm just really excited because I love Harry Potter. I love the movies. I love the universe. I went to the area in Orlando, Florida. I went to the theme park there. I rode the rides. I had my own wand. I could probably find my wand. I'm not going to do it right now, but I could probably find my Harry Potter wand and wave it. But I'm excited for this show. We will be reviewing it when it comes out on Christmas, so I can't wait for it. Thank y'all for listening. I hate going negative like that about something. I don't even like to call it political either. It shouldn't be. Like, we're in 2026. Let's move on from certain things. I hated getting a little negative there, but I'm excited for this show. And the trailer kind of came out of nowhere, and I wanted to react to it. So hopefully you all are excited for this show. Hopefully you all are going to watch it because I will be watching it day one. I can't wait. It will probably be dominating everything when it comes out. So Harry Potter is huge. It's such a great world. It's such a great world. So I'm excited for it. Thank you all for listening to this. Probably no more follow up on Harry Potter coming up, but thank you all for listening. Next week we'll review more Daredevil and more Invincible. Check out Inside the Dome for our sport content. Follow our social medias, our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok, our YouTube, all of that. But other than that, thank you all for listening to this episode. I am John Dodaro. Have a great day, everybody, and see you next time on The Final Verdict.